Here are 10 questions you should ask yourself when deciding how to publish your book. Hi, I'm Elaine. I'm the creator of PR for Publishing, and I help authors sell more books. Probably the number one question that I get when I start working with authors is, how do I get my book published? And my advice is always to take a step back from that. And I think there's some more fundamental questions that you need to ask yourself. Once you go through this checklist and you have a pretty solid answer for each of these 10 questions, I have a feeling that how you're going to get that book published is going to reveal itself. Question number 1, how much money do I have available for this project? Understanding your budget really early on in the writing process is going to help you determine which path to publishing you're going to want to pursue. Question number 2, how much time do I have available for this project? If this is something that you envision working on for an extended period of time, months, or maybe even years, going the self-publishing route is going to give you that flexibility to work at your own pace. If you are looking to go with a hybrid publisher or a traditional publisher, chances are you're going to be accountable to somebody at that company and they're going to be enforcing deadlines. Question number 3, how quickly do I need this book to get to market? There's a bunch of different factors that come into play here. So you could be writing on a topic that is particularly timely or time sensitive, or maybe there's something going on in your personal or professional life where you need to get this book moving quickly. In that case, you're going to want the flexibility of self-publishing. Question number 4, what are my big picture goals for writing this book? Every author has different reasons for writing and publishing books. Being really connected with your own goals is going to help you determine which path is right for you. Question number 5, how much control do I need to have over my book? This is a big one for some people. If you're the type of author who needs to have 100% control over your work, the path for you is clear. It has to be self-publishing. However, if you're the person who's willing to give up some control so that you're able to work with a variety of experts, then a hybrid or a traditional publishing company is probably more suited for you. Question 6, what are those things that I'm able to do myself versus the tasks I'm going to need help with? Let's be serious. There are very few authors who are going to be proficient in every aspect of the publishing process. It's so much more than just writing. There's editing, there's proofreading, there's design, layout, not to mention all of the technical and administrative aspects that go into getting that book to market. So understanding what you're able to do as an author and those areas that you're going to need to build a team for. And then the question becomes, is this a team that I'm going to be able to build myself? Or do I need the help of a publishing company to build out that team for me? Question 7, am I able to hold myself accountable to my goals and deadlines, or do I need somebody to help me in this area? And this really comes down to understanding how you as an author work and what your workflow is. Some people and some authors are really good at holding themselves accountable, self-imposing deadlines and then sticking to them. Other people find it much more difficult. They need that external deadline to put that pressure to move them forward. Understanding how you work best and then finding a publishing path that works with that style is going to help you in the long run. Question 8, what does support mean to me? Every author needs a different level of support system behind them in order to keep that project moving forward. Whether it's a book editor you're working really closely with, a writing coach, an accountability partner, or a cheerleader, understanding what you need in order to help move you forward is really important. Self-publishing is very independent. So if you're the type of person who needs a large support system behind you, you're probably going to find self-publishing very challenging. Whereas a traditional or a hybrid publisher, they have a support system built in for you. Question number 9, how am I going to measure success? So sit back and imagine it's been 1 year since the launch of your book. Somebody has asked you, was your book successful? Every author is going to have a different way to measure that success. Oftentimes they will be tied into those long-term goals that we've already talked about. Take some time and evaluate each of those paths to publishing and make the decision on which one is most aligned with your definition of success. And finally, question number 10. What are my expectations when working with a publishing company? So maybe at this point you've decided that self-publishing is not a route that you want to explore. Or maybe you're like a lot of authors who dream of landing a contract with a big traditional publishing company. Either way, it's important to make sure that your expectations are aligned with the reality of working with different types of publishers and different types of publishing companies. Because if your expectations are not aligned with that reality, you're not going to be setting yourself up for long-term success. And that's really the biggest takeaway that I can offer, is that you want to set yourself up for long-term success and you want to choose a path that's going to lead you to that success.